Okay, so the little short video I made about 144,000 people get their panties in a bunch. Oh no, that's not what I mean. You know, people just, if you just do a little research before typing stuff in, because I'm not going to tell you something that's not real. I didn't look up already myself. People come with these degrees in science and all of that. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And I say in the video, go look. I say every time, go look it up. Look up 144,000 strands of DNA. It's out there. You're going to do some reading through some of these university studies and whatnot. But if you apply Bible to it, it makes perfect sense. You had 144,000 strands of DNA in the Garden of Eden, man and female, male and female. The third strand was introduced when Satan slithered his way in the garden and injected himself into Adam and Eve through a lie. That third strand, which was another 72,000, took it up to 216,000 strands of DNA. Now, how we know that this is the mark is because that 216,000 is 666. They told you in the beginning, and then they pulled back from telling it to you, that the Rice CRISPR technology cuts into that original 2, which makes 144,000, and it adds and it modifies. Then they pulled back from that and says, oh no, it don't. But they said it first. Okay? Now 60,000 times 60,000 times 60,000 equals 216,000. That's 666. I'm gonna make this real easy for you folks. So those it ain't no such thing. The Bible proves it. The Bible proves it. I just gave it to you. It's the same today. Satan has injected himself into mankind. Gee, what you got your brights on? Got the cop lights on. Some people be driving around in their high beams and they don't even know that they're doing it. Most folks can't see. But that's where we get this from, folks. It is injecting a third strand, and that third strand is satanic in nature. Because just as Satan injected himself into the original 144,000 strands of godly DNA, which is in the shape of a cruciform, okay? What that means is it's shaped like a crucifixion. That's the signature that scientists have figured out. And by that, they are now trying to destroy it. So people go right off in a tangent. No, we are part of this and we are part of that. We are part of 100. Okay, as I said, Revelation chapter 7 speaks of those folks first. 12,000 from the 12 tribes. That's the remnant of Judah, of Jacob. Then the number that can't be numbered are God's 144,000 strands of DNA, his signature. That's the Gentiles, both seen before the throne in Revelation chapter 7, where all the robes are given out at. And after that, there are no more robes given. So this whole thing today, folks, is about contamination. As it was in the days of Noah, they contaminated male and female human beings, and they also did it to the beast. They're doing it right now, giving it to the chickens through the feed, and our cows, our livestock, our meat. They're contaminating everything. They're contaminating the DNA of every living creature. So before you say and all your little science degrees, do some research. You'll find out that every human being, and a couple pages talking about activating all 144,000 strands of DNA, which you have. And again, look up the word cruciform, and it'll be in the shape of a cross. That's God's signature. They are trying to eradicate that. And as I said before, when they do that, they hollow you out, and then you have Lucy's race running through you. the luminescence. So that way, when those disembodied spirits come down, just like a plane, when it needs the lights on the runway track, they know where to land and occupy, what body to occupy. Satan is just simply doing this to have many people as gathered for Armageddon to fight Christ in Revelation 19:11, which he will lose, but he's just creating his army here on earth. And you got to understand that these disembodied spirits, they want to walk in flesh. They want to walk and experience the natural. They want to walk and experience God's creation, because all they know is spiritual realm. And then you got low-key people that work in the military who are servicemen and women, got their phones out recording, showing the zombie paraphernalia, propaganda that they are training and doing a mental psyop for these soldiers now, talking about getting ready for a zombie apocalypse. And didn't we see main scumbag media joke about this too? With the federal medical websites, talk about this zombie apocalypse tongue-in-cheek. Didn't Satan enter into his son's body, the AC, the Antichrist, when somebody blew his head off? And they said, oh wow, who can make war with the beast, as he rose up in his son's body? Isn't this the body of the temple of the Holy Ghost? So that means they want these bodies so they can apprehend them and walk around in them. And it's going to be a terrible looking sight. So, yes, folks, contamination is real. 2013, the Supreme Court gave the beast the authority to put a patent on it. That's online too. And that the original data could not be patented because it's of original origin. And until they put this needle in, it will put a C in it, turn it into a clone. Then they said you can mark everybody, because now you can patent it. We all know who owns the patent, the Gates Foundation, and they are known Satan worshipers. And that patent is them 666s. 216,000 total strands of DNA. And that 216 is coded 666. Do some research, folks. Do everything I just told you to do. And when you look at the word backs that up. From the beginning of the book in Genesis. He injected himself into the original 144,000, 72 from Adam, 72 from Eve. He put his third strand in there. That was 216. 216 coded by 60,000 times 60,000 times 60,000. 666. It is the mark of the beast. Deuces.